Do you believe you are insulin resistant and would like to learn more about the insulin resistance diet? You're at the correct place, then. Worldwide, more than 1 billion people suffer from insulin resistance. Its existence is frequently overlooked. Prediabetes and type 2 diabetes are mostly caused by insulin resistance, which also raises your risk of getting them. Alzheimer's disease, renal illness, and heart disease. Now, an insulin resistance diet can reverse insulin resistance, despite what many people think. We're going to discuss these topics today. First, how does insulin resistance arise and what is its underlying cause? Secondly, signs of insulin resistance to watch out for. The third and most crucial strategy is to reverse through nutrition. Resistance to insulin. The fourth is the glycemic index and its potential for deception. The fifth is substitutes for prescription drugs. Sixth place goes to the finest diet and exercises for reversing insulin resistance. Let us discuss strategies for overcoming insulin resistance. Restoring your energy, reducing blood sugar, overcoming cravings, and reversing insulin resistance. Making little adjustments is the first step in reducing your risk of numerous lifestyle-related issues. Keep watching if you've ever been advised that carbohydrates are bad for you. I'll demonstrate why the exact opposite is true and how it can change in approximately 60 seconds. Your well-being. What, therefore, is the true cause of insulin resistance? It's extra fat that's stored in your muscles, not carbohydrates. Hepatic cells as well. Fat droplets accumulate when you consume a lot of meat, dairy, eggs, oils, and processed meals, where they have no place. This includes hepatic fat, intracellular fat, and fat within muscle cells. Insulin cannot function properly because of fat inside the liver cells. Your pancreas must therefore make an increasing amount of insulin to make up for the difficulty glucose has entering your cells. Insulin isn't bad for you. It's actually necessary for life. The issue. Over time, weight gain and inflammation are caused by an excess of insulin and fat in your body, which is necessary for maintaining appropriate blood sugar levels. Eating a low-fat, plant-based, whole food diet will help you lose the extra fat if you have type 2 diabetes or prediabetes. This method enables your liver and muscles to regain their sensitivity to insulin, allowing you to easily handle natural carbohydrates. We have a whole training video regarding what to eat. Simply leave a comment on the word training video below, and we'll send you the link to assist you with this. It's cost-free. How can you determine whether you may have insulin resistance? It is frequently silent in the early stages, which is why so many individuals are unaware of it until their blood test indicates a problem. However, there are a few typical red flags. Dark, velvety patches of skin may appear in folds of the skin, beneath the arms, or around the neck in certain persons. In certain places, skin tags may also be a hint. Frequent urination, strange tingling and weariness, or numbness in your hands or feet are additional potential symptoms. It's important to remember that not everyone with insulin resistance will show visible signs. The most trustworthy method is by an oral glucose tolerance test, fasting glucose, fasting insulin, or a basic blood test. Regularly monitoring your statistics can help you identify insulin resistance early and begin to improve your insulin sensitivity before it develops into type 2 diabetes or prediabetes. The best news. Insulin resistance can be reversed by the meals you consume. Actually, the most effective lever you can use to increase your insulin sensitivity is your food. Eating complete plant-based foods that are naturally high in fiber and low in fat is our main goal at Health Angel Solutions. Micronutrients and antioxidants. This entails reducing or doing away with processed foods, animal products, and oils, and focusing your meals on fruits, vegetables, legumes, and whole grains. Insulin's ability to function is hampered by highly processed foods such as white bread, pastries, cookies, ice cream, fried foods, and snacks. Foods including meat, cheese, butter, and oils that are high in saturated fat block insulin signaling and push fat into your liver and muscles. Your body can eliminate extra fat, increase insulin sensitivity, and manage when you swap out these items with entire plant-based alternatives. Natural carbs with ease. We promote eating a wide variety of fresh fruit rather than being afraid of it. Whole fruits, especially when combined with plenty of leafy greens and vegetables. Maintaining a modest dietary fat content is essential for your cells to reaccept glucose and for your insulin levels to normally decline. Many people have been indoctrinated to dread carbs because they can be converted to sugar. The kind of carbohydrate and the quantity of fat in your diet are what count. Your body absorbs glucose more consistently, your insulin sensitivity increases, and your pancreas doesn't have to work as hard when you consume complete, low-fat, plant-based foods. The glycemic index can be a helpful guide for understanding how quickly a food raises blood glucose, but it can also be misleading. Pure glucose has the highest GI of any food. There are 100 foods that are considered low glycemic. 55 are younger, either high glycemic, 70 to 100, or medium glycemic, 56 to 69. It may surprise you to learn that every single whole fruit has a GI score of low to medium. Watermelon is the single exception, coming in just over the high range at 72. Because a Snickers bar has a GI of 41, the glycemic index can be deceptive. This does not imply that it is a healthy food to reverse insulin resistance. Fiber-rich entire plant foods, including whole grains, legumes, fruits, and vegetables, slowly and naturally release glucose. This implies that your body has enough time to process carbohydrates without experiencing significant insulin spikes. Your beta cells can also rest and heal over time. Whole fruits are rich in water, fiber, antioxidants, and minerals, in contrast to refined flour or processed sugar. These substances reduce the rate at which glucose is absorbed and increase insulin sensitivity. Indeed, a recent groundbreaking study that tracked over 500,000 persons in China for an average of 7 years discovered that among participants who already had diabetes, those who regularly ate fresh fruit had a considerably lower risk of developing the disease than those who ate it infrequently. A 17% lower risk of death from any cause and a 13 to 28% lower risk of serious sequelae such as heart disease, kidney disease, and retinopathy were associated with eating fruit 3 times a week. This is proof that eating works in the real world. When consumed as part of a low-fat plant-based diet, whole fruit can help safeguard long-term health and enhance insulin sensitivity. Offer entire fruits as an alternative to candy or processed snacks for children or people who have a sweet tooth. One easy yet effective strategy to gradually lower insulin resistance is to move away from boxed desserts and toward fruit snacks. Vegetables in every hue. Cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, and cabbage, leafy greens like spinach, kale, collards, and arugula, and colored vegetables are all crucial for correcting insulin resistance. Squash, tomatoes, carrots, and red peppers are all rich in minerals and antioxidants. These substances help your body use insulin, lower inflammation, and combat oxidative stress more effectively. Indeed, even after controlling for weight fluctuations, a recent study including almost 1,000 participants revealed that those who consumed more fruits and vegetables had noticeably lower levels of oxidative stress and inflammation. When you construct your meals, the special phytochemicals found in mushrooms, garlic, and onions also enhance metabolic health. You provide your cells the nourishment they require by surrounding them with entire carbs and vegetables. Diets heavy in meat, cheese, butter, eggs, fish, and other animal items aggravate insulin resistance and increase intracellular fat. The Mastering Diabetes method does not include dairy, even from animals that are fed grass. Rather, we suggest plant-based substitutes. Nut and seed butters, like plant milks, are whole food sources of good fats that should be used sparingly. Put more emphasis on plant-based, low-fat, high-fiber food than on low-carb or keto diets. The best method to clear the fats is to do this out of your muscles and liver and make you more sensitive to insulin again. Now let's discuss good fats. The majority of people are unaware of this. Fat is present in all whole plant foods, including fruits and vegetables. Essential fatty acids can be found in those trace amounts found in nature. Your body is unable to produce the omega-6 and omega-3 fats on its own. Consuming a range of whole plant meals, fruits, vegetables, legumes, and whole grains in their entirety provides you with the fiber, vitamins, and healthy fats your cells require. Minerals that give plants their strength. However, not all fats have the same effect on your body. Saturated and trans fats, which are present in meat, dairy, eggs, fried foods, and processed snacks, encourage the body to store fat. Insulin signaling is blocked by your muscles and liver, increasing your risk of heart disease. Unsaturated fats, particularly those derived from whole plants, are better for your heart and can even help with insulin sensitivity. When consumed in moderation. Limiting is what we advise. Or staying away from additional oils and fish and seafood that contain animal fats. Reversing insulin resistance is made more difficult by the fact that even plant-derived oils are depleted of fiber and can quickly increase your dietary fat intake. Instead, add modest amounts of healthy foods to your meal, like a handful of raw nuts, a teaspoon of ground flaxseed, or a scattering of chia seeds. The conclusion is that all complete plant meals, including essential fatty acids, include fat in the proper proportions. When it comes to correcting insulin resistance, protecting your heart, and maintaining good health, unsaturated fats derived from entire plants are significantly superior to saturated or trans fats. Blood glucose levels that are healthy. Can't I just take a pill instead of altering my diet? Is a question that many individuals ask. In actuality, drugs such as metformin can reduce blood sugar levels, but they don't deal with the underlying causes of insulin resistance. Food, on the other hand, interacts with your body, and excess fat is found in your muscles and liver. To boost your general health and regain insulin sensitivity, we enjoy showcasing superfoods that are simple to use and supported by science because of this. These three are our top picks. Cinnamon is the #1 superfood. Cinnamon is more than just a delicious spice. One of the most researched superfoods for blood sugar regulation is this one. One dose is compared in a randomized study. 2.5 to 5 grams of cinnamon daily. While there were no appreciable changes in the placebo group, all three dosages reduced fasting blood glucose by 18 to 29%, triglycerides by 23 to 30%, LDL cholesterol by 7 to 27%, and total cholesterol by 12 to 26%. Another randomized controlled trial that is triple-blind. After ingesting 500 milligrams, or half a gram, of cinnamon twice a day for 3 months, 140 individuals with type 2 diabetes showed improvement. BMI for visceral and body fat. A1C for cholesterol, insulin resistance, and fasting insulin. In summary, get out the cinnamon and incorporate it into your food as frequently as feasible. Since you most likely already have cinnamon in your kitchen, this should be simple. Your blood sugar will rise if you add it to soups and stews, blend it into smoothies, or sprinkle it over porridge. Superfood number 2, thank you. Add the cumin. Although it has been used for thousands of years in Middle Eastern and Ayurvedic cooking, cumin is now being known as a potent ally for insulin sensitivity. According to recent research, cumin raises cholesterol, A1C, and fasting blood sugar while decreasing them. Sensitivity to insulin. In fact, one study found that cumin was more effective than glipizide, a common diabetes treatment, at decreasing blood glucose and boosting other health markers without having any negative side effects. Taco seasoning, curry powder, chili powder, and other spices all naturally include cumin. Legumes go nicely with it. It's simple to incorporate grains and vegetables into your regular meals because they are the precise foods that increase insulin sensitivity. Superfood. Turmeric is number 3. Turmeric. Indian food's golden spice steadily diminishes hemoglobin A1C and fasting blood glucose levels based on a 2023 umbrella review and meta-analysis. Additionally, it enhances insulin sensitivity, metabolic syndrome, and inflammatory markers. You may add turmeric to roasted veggies, soups, and curries, drinks, and even smoothies. In many supermarkets, you may also purchase the fresh root mixed with black pepper. Curcumin, its active ingredient, becomes even more bioavailable. Cinnamon-like spices. Although turmeric and cumin aren't miracle cures, they do improve your health when paired with a plant-based, low-fat, whole food diet. Consider them nutritional supplements that increase the sensitivity of your cells to insulin. Additionally, you may add taste and diversity to your meals while making your blood glucose even more steady. You've witnessed how food can function as medication, but how can you tell if it's effective? I'll demonstrate the most straightforward blood test in the following section so you can monitor your development and identify insulin resistance early. Do you want to know if you have insulin resistance? A straightforward blood test is the most trustworthy method. Consult your physician. To find out how your body responds to a glucose challenge, you can also request an oral glucose tolerance test for fasting insulin and glucose administered simultaneously. Another option is to ask your doctor to assist you in determining your HOMA-IR score, which is determined using your fasting glucose, as well as insulin fasting to gauge insulin resistance. Elevated insulin during fasting, glucose during fasting above 100 mg per deciliter, or glucose during the 2-hour period exceeding 140 mg per deciliter. Following an oral glucose tolerance test, prediabetes may be detected. Additionally, identifying insulin resistance early allows you to take action, as it frequently manifests years before a formal diagnosis. Your early warning system is blood testing, but insulin resistance can be reversed. Calls for daily action. The two most effective levers are to minimize additional fats, to cut out animal products and oils, and to base your meals on fruits, vegetables, legumes, and whole grains. Limiting the amount of fat in your diet helps your liver. Movement, frequent exercise, and the ability of muscles to flush out extra fat and welcome glucose again don't have to be drastic. Swimming, biking, climbing stairs, and walking after meals. Anything that keeps your muscles moving, like dancing, helps them absorb glucose with less insulin. Insulin sensitivity can be significantly improved by even a 5 to 10% reduction in body weight with whole plant-based diet and increased exercise. You might begin putting these easy action items into practice right now. Save dinner and consume your calories in the morning. Lighter to enhance glucose levels after meals. Drink plenty of water. Water facilitates your body's effective nutrient processing. Opt for whole carbohydrates instead than processed ones. After meals, no elegant flours, pastries, or sugary beverages are moved. Walking for 10 to 15 minutes reduces blood glucose levels after meals. Take the stairs quickly, stretch in between calls, or perform quick exercises. Little things build up. There isn't a shortcut or miracle cure. Although it requires constant behavior, reversing insulin resistance has rewards. Has the potential to change lives by lowering blood sugar, increasing energy, reducing the need for drugs, and providing long-term protection against heart disease and diabetes. Restoring your body's natural insulin sensitivity and thriving can be achieved by combining plant-based food with regular exercise, rest, and stress reduction. I hope that after watching this video, you have the knowledge and self-assurance to begin reversing insulin resistance on your own. Simply leave a comment with the word training below, and we'll give you the detailed plan. Thousands of people have already experienced significant transformations thanks to this completely free program. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and forward it to someone who is prepared to make long-term improvements to their blood sugar levels. Keep your A1C low and your carbs high until the next time.